All our fans are out tonight. I hope they appreciated that ass kicking. And you all, I know you love me. From everything I understand, this isn't about something that was added to a tire. This is about something that the lab says is missing from a tire. Now, I don't know how to pull out pieces or parts of chemicals myself. I really don't know, but I know that heat cycles and track conditions and maybe how aggressive you buff a tire, might pull out things due to heat issues. And all they're really stating is that everyone's tire, including I've heard there's 20 plus more from around the United States that they've given the same call on, and that every one of us involved at Eldora, it was the same thing, Now, if and we're not adding nothing, so we've all figured out, and the other 20 across the country figured out how to pull something out of a tire, and the same way and the same thing, and what they need to pull out is the person doing the testing and sample them. You look at the left side of my car where he drove through the side of it. It's all marked up. I cleared him. He hit me in the ass. That's the way it went, When he drove by me, he didn't do it with any respect at all. So I don't need to have any back. The show was over when they put me to the tail. I would have lapped the field. That's what would have happened, and that would have been entertaining, but nothing like that was it. I think everyone got to see just a classic. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess they didn't have him back here today, and we didn't get out of the hospital till after midnight, and today I told him, I called and I said, hey, I'll go to anywhere today, if you want me to go anywhere at all. I actually was going to just go do it anyway, and they said, no, just if you bring your stuff from the hospital and you'll be all right. So, but that wasn't the problem. When it started raining, I didn't know how long they'd be here. If they'd be here today, it wouldn't really matter. I didn't really care about that. That wasn't the issue. I didn't think I was going to be able to race at all. Well, we just wanted to sit there and make everybody think about it a minute.
You had no doubt, though.
No, we loaded up. We weren't like the last time. We got home and weighed the car, and it's nice to see that they've got a really good set of scales now. So if we accomplished anything, that was what was accomplished. But before the race, I discussed with Cody, and we discussed the weight, and he had it all figured out on paper, and I said 40 more. I said, we're not even going to get close tonight. So I was confident. I think we were 60 over. The wall's dark brown. It's covered up. You can't really see much, and the car was black, and there was no numbers on it that you could really identify and really pick up on. And there's nothing came over the radio until I was about 50 feet from it, So I don't know. No, it might have been after I hit it. I don't know. But anyway, just unfortunate. I don't know what caused him to get in the fence like that, but that's here nor there. It doesn't really matter. We lasted the longest. I feel like we did the best job anybody out there by lasting the longest and being in the lead when we had our flat. As far as I'm concerned, we won the race. They got a gift. I always have known this, 90-some%, but there's just a couple little things that I see, and I threw a couple darts at it this week, and man, big, drastic changes when we threw those things, and you had one night you'd run pretty good, and the next night you were just disaster, and then you'd run decent, and then disaster, and it's like, it's foolish to try to get a specific number anyway. Really, you can't predict what this racetrack's going to be like, and it could have been greasy like it was tonight. Who wants to go out early when it's all greasy?
The two would have sucked anyway.
I'm just saying. So it just to even try to play that, we just don't need to. So it was just foolish. We're probably as close to world domination as it gets. Really just kind of speechless, we've been through a lot this weekend. I wasn't sure I wasn't going to have to go home for surgery. I've been seeing a doctor at home with my
I actually got two bad shoulders. My right one is my frontal muscle that's torn about 1.25 inches wide, but the left one is the rotor cuff, and it's been bothering me for a couple of years. And last night I slipped in the mud and was going to land on the tongue of my trailer, and I reached back, was going to land on my back, and I was like, whoa, and it pulled my arm way back, and I hadn't experienced that before, and it felt like, it was like, oh, I thought it was really done. I guess you're just going to have to get used to knocking our right rear deck off here when we come here. It's what's won the race the last couple of years. So just the way it goes. There's probably been close to a lot of brawls, might even have been some brawls, but I'm sure a lot of words have exchanged hands and mouths up there. I've never had a season I've been so fast and not capitalized on the victories, and now again I think the Gremlins have pulled out of Mooresburg, and the aliens have landed.